Hey guys, welcome back. Orbomb here, bringing you our Week 3 team prep. I am your Houston Megahorns, not your Houstonian Hoopas. I said that at the end of the last battle versus Mystic Umbreon, and my bad. Houstonian Hoopas just kind of like rolls off the tongue, you know? And we're the Houston Megahorns now. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, real talk though, I like Houston Megahorns. I'm gonna keep Houston Megahorns. I'm sorry for doing that, but yeah, we are your Houston Megahorns. We just came off. Quick spoiler: go watch our previous two battles. All right, we are 2-0 in this league right now. We won 2 matches. We're gonna try to keep up this win streak, but of course, we're battling Blake, coach of the Baltimore Braviaries, I believe is his team name. And it's a little bit worrisome because just like last week, we have a really tough matchup. In fact, I could even argue that we have a tougher matchup this week than we did last week. And it's not because, like last week, we were worried because Landorus is broken in my opinion, as well as his combination with Vaporeon. But this guy has more combinations that kind of make me upset. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, sorry for that sneeze. Ooh, excuse me. I don't know if I paused it in time, but if I did, you heard nothing. If I didn't, you also heard nothing. Anyways, let's go over my draft before we continue on. We have Slowking. Before we go into that page, I always do this, man. All right, so we got the God Togekiss, Landorus T, Lucario, Mega Medicham, Heatran, and Lantern, as well as Slowking, Chestnut, Tyranitar, and Frostlass. That is our draft. Our draft has been pretty solid so far. The only thing I regret in this team is not having a really fast electric or grass type, because that would have helped me last week and it would have helped me this week. Fast and strong, I should say, not just fast. But we're gonna go over his team. All right, first things first. What bothers me the most is his Manaphy, because in reality, all he has to do is bring Tail Glow, Scald or Surf, whatever, Energy Ball, and either Ice Beam or Psychic. I'd say Ice Beam over Psychic, but Psychic is also an option. And as you can see, that covers my whole team. Ice Beam, +3 Scald, not surviving, Scald, Energy Ball, Ice Beam, Scald, and then any attack really, because it's a Frostlass. Also, sorry for my phone bugging out. People are notifying me on Twitter. Also, never mind. The purge just happened. We lost a lot of subs. We lost 10 subs. So if you know anybody that subscribed to me, go make sure they're still subscribed to me. If you guys can. The purge happened, so these things kind of happen. It's whatever though. It's not a big deal. I just tweeted out, and that's what people were tweeting about. Anyways, so Manaphy's a threat. Infernape's a threat only because it's a solid stealth rocker. It can get fake out, and then its overheat plus fighting type combination can do the work against my team. So I have to be really, really careful about Infernape. Nidoqueen has the same issue that I had with Landorus last week, but the issue is that it's a bit bulkier. It still has that Sludge Wave, Earth Power combination, but it also gets moves like Ice Beam, which is what really, really kills it for me. Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Sludge Wave, Earth Power. He could be Stealth Rock, he could be Toxic Spikes. Nidoqueen is very versatile, so he can actually put in the same work that Landorus could have put in against our team. And the issue is that even though I did really well playing against Mystic last week, I mean, Blake was watched that match. He knows how I play, which means I have to change my play style. And it's unfortunate because that play style is the best way to approach these kind of matchups. But now because I have to play differently, because he'll predict what I'm going to do, I have to play more aggressively, which is way riskier. But it's fine. I don't think it'll be the biggest deal in the world. Even if we do lose, it's not a huge deal, even though I do want to win. Don't get me wrong. I am playing this to have fun though, so I'm not stressing myself out over these matches. Mega Glalie is an issue because of priority Ice Shard. It also hits that base 100 speed after Mega Evolution. What is Glalie's speed before that though? I kind of want to know. Glalie is 80. So yeah, he has the same issues as Mega Medicham, being base 80 before it becomes base 100. We can beat it. I just have to bluff a lot of priority moves. I'm not running Bullet Punch in my team like I wanted to, but that's because I don't have enough room. As you can see, he has a lot of options that I have to be prepared for. He has Skarmory. Skarmory is really good. It's a really good spike stacker as well as a really good defogger, and I don't have the room to bring defog this week. which kind of sucks. But Togekiss doesn't really match up well against his team anyways, losing to Skarmory, Glalie, Nidoqueen, Manaphy, Raikou. It can lose to a lot of things. It's bulky, it'll survive a hit or two, but 1v1 it's not going to be winning a lot of matchups. Iron-Headed Brave Bird. Skarmory might not even come this week, to be completely honest, but you know, we have to prepare for it anyways. Raikou's another, it's a decent enough threat just because it has Volt Switch. It's decently fast. I mean, not decently fast. It's it's very fast, and has a base 115 special attack, but it's usually weak unless it's running Life Orb, or it could be doing Sub Calm Mind. But look at that, that's another Pokemon that I don't want setting up, as well as Manaphy and Infernape, so I do have to play a little bit more aggressive against these Pokemon, so I don't let them set up. At least not set up for free. I could get a safe switch in or something like that on it, but it's really, you have to be really, really careful. And he has 11 Pokemon, which is why it's even more worrisome. He has Whimsicott. Whimsicott's an issue. Whimsicott's a huge issue. If he didn't have Whimsicott, I wouldn't have to stress about bringing Aromatherapy or Heal Bell. But because he does, I don't want my Pokemon being paralyzed or put to sleep or anything like that. So Whimsicott comes in here with its Prankster Sleep Powder, I think it gets, and Stun Spore. It doesn't get Sleep Powder. Does it not get Sleep Powder? I didn't know that. Alright, cool. Well, it gets Stun Spore. Stun Spore is the worst. Paralysis sucks. We all know that. It's one of the best statuses in the game, pretty much changing games for you, as well as like Scald Burns and things like that. As well as its ability being a fairy grass type, offensively it kind of puts in the work against my team too, so I have to be really careful about the Whimsicott. Sandslash is here. I don't think Sandslash is coming. If he does bring Sandslash, it's kind of nice for me, because even though he's really, really physically defensive, I can handle Sandslash easier than a lot of his Pokemon. It's a Rapid Spinner for him, as well as a Stealth Rocker, as well as an Earthquaker. An Earthquake doesn't do too... Earthquake against my team is not the greatest, so I have to be careful about that. Crawdaunt, another Pokemon I don't think is coming, but if he does bring it, I mean, it's fine, I guess. Focus Sash, Dragon Dance users, Dragon Dance, Swords Dance, Aqua Jet. Water, as we already know, is a hit issue against my team. Water Dark is an even bigger issue, because he can knock off my Slowking, which is going to pretty much Oko no matter what I invest in it. So, yeah, there's that. Tyrantrum, another Dragon Dance user. Another Pokemon I don't think is coming, just because I have two Pokemon that can use Priority Bullet Punch, and they're both really, really strong, one of them having Stab on it. So I don't think he's coming, but he could bring like a Choice Bandit set, a Choice Scarf set. I don't think he'll bring Dragon Dance though. Not on Tyrantrum. If he does bring a Dragon Dance user, it'll probably be Crawdaunt. But I don't even think Tyrantrum's coming at all. But it could. I'm not gonna not prep for it, obviously. And then Uxie. Uxie is an issue and a half because it's so bulky. I can't bring any setup mons because I don't have the room to set up on a lot of his Pokemon. I mean, look at his team. I can't set up on anybody. Only person I can't set up on is Skarmory, so I have to. It's just an issue, and I don't have really strong Dark Stab, as well as Bug Stab or anything like that. So I have to be really worried about this thing, as well as another Thunder Wave user and a Calm Mind Sweeper late game. So another Pokemon I have to be worried about, but I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. The main Pokemon I'm worried about is Manaphy, Infernape, Nidoqueen, and Mega Glalie. These are the four that I'm super worried about. All right. So we're going to go over my team, and I'm going to try to explain why I brought what I brought. I have Slowking. Now, this is Trick Room Slowking. Max HP, I believe this is max HP. I don't think you can get any higher than this. I mean, it's too late because I already gen my Pokemon. Yeah, this is as high as it gets. So we're running max, modest. Well, I guess I'm doing this. Modest, max, almost max special attack. Slowking with Life Orb, Regenerated 2. Trick Room Slowking. Now, the reason why I'm bringing Trick Room is because Trick Room really hinders his team. We're going to go over his team real quick. I mean, honestly, Slowking is the slowest Pokemon on the field. The only thing he can do with Stab, with Priority, is Aqua Jet or Ice Shard on Glalie, or Aqua Jet from Crawdaunt, as well as, you know, status moves from Whimsicott. And with a combination of Psychic, Scald, and Fire Blast, I can hit his whole team for at least neutral. Psychic hitting, this hits Psychic. This is high Psychic for about 60%. I think max is 70%, which is good because I have to break Manaphy. Unless he's bringing Calm Mind. If he brings Calm Mind Rest, it's not a big deal because I can handle that relatively well. I can break it with physical moves. 2 fast physical moves, I am bringing Pokemon like Landorus to deal with it, and Lucario. So if that's the case, whatever. If it is the Tail Glow set, I want to break it apart as quickly as I can with Pokemon like Slowking. Psychic and Scald hits this, Psychic and Scald hits this, Fire Blast hits this, but Psychic and Scald should do enough. Fire Blast is for Skarmory. I think it's actually Flamethrower. Let me double check. It is Fire Blast, yeah, because Fire Blast can OHKO the Skarmory, unlike Flamethrower, even if it's like invested in Spadef. Raikou, Scald, Psychic, Fire Blast for Whimsicott, Scald, and then this is one that I get hard walled, so I have to switch out of that one. But I could Scald burn it because, you know, Scald's the best move in the game. Scald, Psychic, and then Fire Blast, so Scald. Usually Scald on this one, I want to burn it, so it takes residual damage. But yeah, Slowking breaks his team apart. It's a wall breaker, so I thought I'd bring it. It's my only Pokemon that I can use with Slowking, with Trick Room, but I also paired it with Lantern, another slow Pokemon. Investments enough to survive anything because its HP stats already so high. I don't have to worry about investing in HP. I should invest a little bit in HP, but I already have my team gen, so I can't really do much about it. HP Poison can OHKO the Whimsicott, I believe, and we're running the Rindo Berry, so we take half damage from super effective grass type moves. And the reason I'm bringing Rindo Berry on Lantern is not for Whimsicott. Whimsicott's not too strong. Even if it's a modest special attack, it's not going to be OHKOing me with a Giga Drain or anything along the lines of that. I'm bringing it for a +3 Manaphy, because if he Energy Balls me at +3, after when I eat my Rindo Berry, it's only doing 60%, and then I can hit it with a really strong Volt Switch, taking over half on it, which is really nice. Scald is because Scald is, once again, really good move, hits a lot of his Pokemon. Heal Bell, because like I said about the Whimsicott, I'm forced to bring Heal Bell this week because of the Whimsicott and the Uxie. I don't want to be paralyzed. The cool thing about this is I have Volt Absorb, and if he does bring Thunder Wave, or if he brings the Raikou, I can stop the I'm bringing it because I want to stop the Raikou from spamming Volt Switch on me, and I'm gonna bluff that I have Water Absorb a lot, because you would think I'd bring Water Absorb against his team, seeing that he has the Manaphy. And the Crawdon, you'd think I want to bring Water Absorb, but I actually really want to bring Volt Absorb because no Volt Switching for my opponent. And then I can Volt Switch on him really easily, because his only Pokemon to deal with that is Sandslash, which you're not usually going to be bringing in a Sandslash against a Lantern, even if you are going to be Earthquaking it. Like, you have to predict really hard to bring in a Sandslash on a Lantern. Up next is Landorus. Choice Scarf, just for the U-turn, honestly, because the Volt Turn combo is what I'm going to need to break his team. Earthquake, Knockoff, and Stone Edge hits his whole team for not super effective, for neutral. Knockoff because I want to knock off some items. I don't know what he's going to bring, but if he brings anything crazy, I want to make sure it doesn't affect me in the long game. Earthquake, because Earthquake does break apart his Manaphy. Manaphy versus Landorus, Choice Scarf. Earthquake does 50 to 69. It does a little bit more at level 50, but you get the idea here. This is Jolly too. I'm bringing Adamant. Yeah, so it'll do about 60 to 70% to Manaphy, because I'm bringing Adamant. I'm bringing Adamant because it doesn't matter if I'm max speed, because if he Choice Scarfs any of his other Pokemon, they're going to outspeed me anyways. I mean, the majority of his team outspeeds me already. I am going to outspeed a Choice Scarf Nidoqueen, because I did do that. But none of his team outspeeds me with a Choice Scarf, and then the ones that do outspeed me that are going to be Choice Scarfed, I can't avoid anyways. So that's why I'm doing that. That gives me a lot of option to bring bulk, a little bit of special just in case I somehow manage to survive anything, and then Adamant. So that's why I'm bringing the Landorus. Mega Medicham comes in. Mega Medicham is always really good because it just destroys your opponent's teams. It's able to speed tie with the likes of Manaphy, with the likes of what else? The likes of Manaphy and Glalie. And I'm running Drain Punch this week. As you can see, Fake Out, High Jump Kick, Zen Headbutt. There's not really a fourth move I want to run that's going to be doing more damage than I would need to do. Zen Headbutt will do more than enough to Whimsicott. Just because with Stab, it's still going to be doing, 120. Ice Punch will do 150, so it's only a little bit stronger to Whimsicott, that is. So, and then I'm going to be doing Fake Out, Zen Headbutt anyways, and I'm not going to want to stay in on Whimsicott regardless. Plus, I need to figure out what its set is. But as far as the rest of his team goes, High Jump Kick, Zen Headbutt, High Jump Kick, or Drain Punch really on this one. High Jump Kick, Zen headbutt, fake out, pressure, high jump kick, high jump kick, high jump kick, high jump, fake out. This one I get walled by, but I don't really have anything I can do against that, which is why the Yuxi is a threat. Now I could bring bullet punch, and the reason why I don't want to bring bullet punch is because I'm really worried about hacks this game. I don't really know why, but I have a feeling. I have a really bad feeling about this game. I'm not going to reveal the high jump kick. I'm going to do my best to not reveal it. I'm just going to reveal the drain punch, and then I'm going to hope that he thinks I have bullet punch as my final move, and I'm going to just keep drain punching because I'm going to take a little bit of damage to Medicham. I know that's how the game is going to work. There's a lot of damage that I can switch into with Medicham, being like the likes of his Infernape. I can switch in on fighting type moves. I can switch in on Skarmory. Even Brave Bird won't kill. I'm not going to be able to switch on a Raikou, but I can switch in on the likes of like, well, I guess those two, which I am going to be switching in on, I think. So Drain Punch can bring me back a lot of health on a lot of those Pokemon, especially on the likes of Skarmory. If he's Rocky Helmet Skarmory, I have to be really careful about that. I'm probably never going to fake out the Skarmory just because of that reason. I don't want to take extra Rocky Helmet damage. So yeah, Medicham's coming in like this. Lantern I already went over. The Rindo Berry, I feel like it's going to come really clutch. Frostlass, because Focus Sash Spikes once again puts in the work. I haven't been able to set up spikes on any of my opponent's Pokemon so far, but as you can see, his only Pokemon to avoid spike damage is Skarmory, and then that precious Skarmory to go for spikes, especially since weakening his team is such a big deal for me. After some spikes damage, I OHKO with a lot of my Pokemon. And then, of course, I wanted to bring Ice Beam to deal with some of his Pokemon, but I want to at least hit the Manaphy for neutral. So, sorry about that, guys. So, like, with Shadow Ball, I'm only not hitting Crawdon for super effective, or for neutral. But I'm already hitting, but I wouldn't hit Crawdon for neutral even with Ice Beam. It's a little bit weaker, but at least with Ice Beam, I can hit the Infernape for neutral, I can hit the Glalie for neutral, I can hit the Manaphy for neutral, and I can hit the Yuxi for super effective. And that's why I want to run Shadow Ball over Ice Beam. The reason why I say that is because of my only offensive move. I'm running Taunt, Destiny Bond also. Taunt is great because I can deal with the Skarmory 1v1. I can test what offensive move it has too, and I can see if it's going to double on me. So Taunt is really good to stop Skarmory from setting up hazards. Taunt is good to stop Manaphy from setting up Tail Glow. It's good to stop Nidoqueen from setting up spikes, Infernape from setting up rocks, things like that. There's a lot of Pokemon that he can set up spikes, rocks, toxic spikes that is on Nidoqueen. He can set up on me, so it's good that I'm bringing that taunt. And then Destiny Bond, because really his whole team is a threat. His whole team is probably going to be designed to destroy me. So if I can just drop one of his Pokemon using Frostlass, I'm going to be in a good position. And then last but not least is Lucario, because Extreme Speed just kind of cleans up on him. I'm not bringing Scarfed. I wish I was, to be completely honest, but I brought Scarf last week, and even though I did bring Scarf last week, I don't think Scarf would even work this week. I need to do as much damage as possible, so I am bringing enough speed to outspeed his Pokemon that I will outspeed, such as Nidoqueen and Skarmory, and his slower Pokemon on his other part of the draft, which is somewhere. Here it is. Tyrantrum and the Sandslash, that is, and Crawdon. So close combat always hits like a nuke. Crunch is there to at least hit the Yuxi for super effective. Earthquake deals with the Nidoqueen, and then Extreme Speed is my late game cleanup, and that is why I'm bringing all these Pokemon. So my brother's nicknaming these Pokemon because I didn't nickname these Pokemon, and my brother's the one who gens for me, so hopefully he gives me some decent nicknames. So yeah, that's my team. It's a little weird. The team is weird, don't get me wrong. The team is very weird, but it's kind of hard to prep for his draft, as I already thoroughly explained. His draft is very good against me, just because like his whole draft can wall break me back. Like look how strong his Pokemon are. His Pokemon are so strong. Manaphy strong, Infernape strong, Nidoqueen strong, Glalie is strong, Raikou is strong. He has such a strong draft. Everything on his draft has so much offensive pressure on me that it's hard for me to actually build really well. Because my team's kind of balanced, you know, hyper offense, bulky offense. It doesn't do, it kind of beats my team. So I have to be really careful about that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe, share, all that good jazz. Your Houstonian I did it again. Your Houston Megahorns are going to try their best to win this game. So be sure to stick around. Hopefully we can outplay like we did last week. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.